Hi, guys. Hope you're doing well this evening. It's Fred and Sheila with Hatfield, McCoy Museum Adventures and Fred and Sheila Investigates.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us. Hopefully, it's going to be a short video. Sheila and I did a video on something like this a couple weeks ago.
Right.
Just felt led to do another one. Uh, we're really concerned.
Mm.
We're concerned about the safety of churches and in churches and for the uh, parishioners that's there during church services on
hmm
Sunday school, church,
hmm
prayer meeting Wednesday night, mass, whatever you go to. I just want to read you something. I seen last night. Reason this we brought this up, Sheila and I was watching news last night. And we seen, I think it was Israel. Guy goes into a church, sets his backpack down, blows up, and kills 30 people. 30 people. Based on recent reports, American churches are experiencing a rise in safety threats and violence, leading to a significant increase in security measures. But experts distinguish this from becoming schools for attack in the tactical educational sense. And Sheila and I discussed this last night, and we feel like the churches is going to probably be the next
hmm
school like shootings. That's what they're going to start doing.
And like,
Hopefully they'll be met with resistance more than they are at the schools. But go ahead, babe.
that's what I was gonna say. And like they did at the schools, is what they're gonna have to do at churches. They're gonna have lockdowns. They're gonna have to lock their doors.
Well, churches is different from schools because most schools don't allow people to carry. And the bad guys, the cowards, know that that's a safe place for them to do their dirty deed.
Mhm.
Hopefully, churches will be a little bit different than that. But let's see. Here's a breakdown of the current situation: rise in attacks and threats. Churches are increasingly targeted by violence, with 415 attacks on Christian churches reported in 2024, continuing a high trend from 2023. Recent incidents include fatal shootings and arsons, such as 2025 attack in Kentucky and a fatal shooting at a church in Minnesota.
Mhm. Mhm.
Security upgrades due to this threat. Churches are hardening their facilities, employing armed security guards and training staff with $110 million in federal grants made available for security enhancements. We didn't know that.
Wow.
We're
No.
just now reading that. Guys, if you're the minister of a church or the deacon of a church or you take care of the finances for a church,
Mhm.
evidently there is a federal grant out there available for churches to help them assist in hiring or providing security for their church. Check on that.
That's
Something worth
awesome.
checking on. That's a gift from God. He's not only saying protect your flock, but we're going to help you do it. If you don't apply for it, it's nobody's fault but your own. It's there. You might as well apply for it as Somali Child Care Center. I got you, babe. I feel you. But it's the truth. A church, American church, Christian churches,
hmm
America's churches of all faiths deserve it more than any country, other illegals from other countries. Guys, what has Don Lemon done? What did Don Lemon do when he invaded this church a few weeks back?
Yeah.
What did he do? He may have just set a crisis in motion. Now he doesn't care. Don is not a Christian. He doesn't believe in the Christian values or the uh, things that Christians believe in. You can tell that from his lifestyle. That's not, God calls that an abomination. The Bible calls that an
Sin.
abomination. It's a sin. Does he realize what he's done? Do churches across America realize what he has done? How do churches counter the damage caused by Don Lemon? Protect and defend your flock, just as a good shepherd would defend his flock.
Mhm.
That's to the ministers. You have to
You.
defend your flock. You have to take care. You have to protect your flock. Look at David and Goliath. Look at David and Goliath. Imagine that church been David. Your church is David, and the bad guys, Don Lemon and this bunch of heathens coming in there, are Goliath.
Mm.
David was allowed to defend himself and do away with the bully, do away with the giant. God allowed him to do that. He helped him do it. He done it for him, through him.
Right.
Protect and defend your flock. If you think the devil is not going to attack God's house, you're mistaken. The devil's bringing it right to you. The devil's been doing things over and over and over out here in our cities and towns and streets and communities and schools. And he's been doing it, trying to change people's lifestyle, trying to tell them that it's okay to live like this. It's okay to do that. It's all right. Everybody else is doing it. You might as well do it. Well, you can. Doesn't make it right. Not in God's eyes. Sin's a sin. Sin's a sin. An abomination back then is still an abomination today. He destroyed an entire city over what Don Lemon and other people, their lifestyles that they live. God destroyed. What better example could you give than to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah?
Mm-hmm.
Or the flood.
Yeah.
Or the flood.
Yeah. That's a good one.
And then what do? They take the flood, the rainbow at the end. God shows his people, Noah and all of them, everything's going to be okay.
That's
and they take
promise,
that. They take that. And if you think the devil's not going to attack your house, you're wrong. How to stop it? Set an example from the start. It's coming, guys. If it doesn't come to your church, it's coming to another one.
Coming to a church near you.
Coming to a church near you. And it is. Yeah. It is. You'll see them in the news. You're going to start seeing them more and more. Some people says, well, don't talk about things, because if you talk about it, it gives people ideals. Well, if you don't talk about it, it may cost somebody their life. If you don't talk about it, it may be worse. We're not talking about it before. Look what just happened. He's all over the news. He's saying it's okay. We're going to do more. We're going to do more. All these other people, they're telling people, we're going to start protesting more churches. We're going to show you a video here in a minute. Yeah. We're in a different time in history, guys. We have allowed third world countries to infiltrate our way of life, our way of beliefs. We've allowed that. The last administration allowed them to come in by the hundreds of thousands, the millions. They've come in here by the millions. Now, they might think they brought them in here to vote and that they were going to use them for this or that. These people destroyed their own countries. They destroyed their own countries. Some of these people come from Babylon. Some of these people come from as far away as Babylon. What was once Babylon. That's never got along with nobody. Can't get along with themselves. Can't get along with their fellow people in their country. And then they come to our country and look at the, what's the word, babe?
Havoc.
Havoc. Thank you.
Yeah.
Look at the havoc that's being caused over the last 4 years and with open borders. I mean, we've always had disagreements. We've had a civil war here in history. But to the extent that we are today, and to the extent that we've been infiltrated, guys, we're the life that we once knew is no more. If you grew up when Sheila and I did.
Yeah.
I'm 7 years older than Sheila. So even my time growing up, 7 years, the difference that me and Sheila talk about sometimes in our life. Do you remember this, babe? Nope, I don't remember that well. Yeah, that's right. You was just a baby. But That's the truth, ain't it? There's some things
Yeah,
she don't remember.
they
Kids
are.
today don't even know how we grew up,
Mm-mm.
riding bicycles and playing in the creeks or playing in the hills instead of sitting here
We
like
had
this,
chores to do.
growing gardens. And
Yeah, man. I was
life
cooking by the time I was in third grade.
life will never be the same. Oh yeah, they taught kids, if kids wasn't making cornbread, little girls, and
Mhm.
by the time they was 3 or 4 or 5 years old,
Yep.
the first thing they get for Christmas was an easy bake oven to make sure they knew they were supposed to be in the kitchen and cooking.
Yeah,
I
our
don't mean that in a
parents.
bad way, guys. I'm talking
Uh,
about for women. No, there'll be somebody comment and say, "Oh, you're just trying to keep
no,
women in the kitchen." No, it's
no.
good for everybody to know how to cook. And
Yeah, my dad wanted to make sure, my dad and mom, I should say, wanted to make sure that we knew how to cook. So by the time we were in the third grade, my sister and I, we were cooking on the weekends. My dad
you
wouldn't have
all
us do it.
you all can't see it there on that picture, probably, but they taught her well. They taught her well.
Oh, thank you, babe.
I'm evidence of that, or at least the way life once was. Stay alert, guys. Stay
Yeah,
trained. Stay armed and
sad.
ready to protect those who can't
Yes.
or won't protect themselves. There's people out there that still, yep, they don't believe in bang bangs. They don't believe in protecting themselves. They don't believe in, and that's okay. God put the rest of us there for those that can't protect themselves. Maybe somebody will step up and protect them. Two things can happen. We can protect ourselves, or we can go ahead and just go meet Jesus. That's the two things. Now, going to meeting Jesus is not bad as long as we're prepared and ready. I'm always afraid
Mhm.
I might be one of those bad moments where may not be ready and you're thinking, oh Lord, I just wish I'd ask forgiveness one more time, but maybe too late. Two things, we can protect ourselves or we can go see Jesus. Keep alert, sad as it is. Everyone is not a good person anymore. As a famous Marine Corps general once instructed Marines, be polite, be professional, but have a plan to kill everybody you meet. Now, that may be a little bit harsh given a Christian, given a church video here. What you see is what you get with Fred. There's no need in sugarcoating it. Be kind, be polite, be loving, be giving, be Christian like,
But have a plan.
but be prepared. Have a plan
Have a plan is a
to
nicer
protect
way. Yeah.
yourself and yours.
Yeah. These days, we've got to.
There's children in these churches. There's young
Mhm.
people in these churches. Older people, we don't care. We older we get, the closer we are to death, and the less we dread it, the less we've seen it all, done it all, and it's time to
Go home.
maybe a relief to go home. But for the young people, the young kids that count on parents and grandparents and
The
to
adults
protect
should
them,
protect them. Yeah.
we owe them that. We owe them
Mm.
the sad but true. Stay alert. Hopefully, by staying alert, you will prevent a bad situation from evolving. We don't have to do nothing. We just got to be alert. We got to be watchful. The Bible says to be watchful.
Mhm.
Be watchful, for you not know not the hour that he's returning.
Mhm.
We know not the hour that somebody's sitting in church and somebody decides that, hey, this looks like an easy mark. Let's go in there. But it may not be an easy mark because there may be somebody sitting in the parking lot in a vehicle watching the church. They may have locked the church doors once the service started, so
Yep.
has to knock or has to get the guy standing outside like he's smoking a cigarette, may have to get him to open the door and let them in where they're late for service.
Yep.
There's no problem. If somebody's really coming with a good heart, somebody's coming to worship, they don't mind waiting for you to unlock the door to let them in because they're running late. They don't mind that.
Right.
Most people, I ain't going to say most, all people, all good people will appreciate knowing that they're in a house of worship and they're protected while they're there, not only from God, but from God's shepherds. Do we wish it was still the way it was when we were kids growing up in the greatest country in the world? Of course we do. Of course we do. Who would have ever thought when we were kids that we would ever be making a video or talking about church security and encouraging people. I've said it in my last video, but there was two places in all of our carry concealed classes. I used to tell people there's two places I don't carry a gun: in the shower,
Of course.
and in the church.
Mhm.
Police officer all my life, laid a gun in the glove compartment or
Where we
underneath the seat of the
left it.
car. I
Mhm.
never took a bang bang into a church. I always thought, if I get killed,
What a
what
place.
a place to get killed.
Yep.
What a place to die. I can't think of a better place than to tell the good Lord, yeah, I was in your house. I was worshiping you when, but see, there may be some children there or some younger people that wants the chance to live and multiply, go forth and multiply. We've got to give them that opportunity to multiply. They can't
Mhm.
have that opportunity if we sit there with our thumbs in our ears and somebody comes in and bang bangs everybody, especially the young ones. Churches, if you don't have a security staff, you are negligent. And if you don't have one, you need to form one at your church.
Mhm.
It's our opinion,
Sure.
just our opinion. Nothing beats prayer, but
That's right.
sometimes he leaves it up to us to stand up and defend ourselves from bullies, bad guys, and the
Mm.
devil. Church and religious attacks are nothing new, but with Don Lemon and his bunch of devils, the devil's angels, he has just unleashed a new fad.
Well, it says in the Bible that people will be persecuted
Yeah,
because of the Lord. So this is
we're there.
basically that this is it.
Yeah,
This is me, our
yeah,
opinion.
we're there.
So
We're there. These devils see the media attention that Don Lemon and his group has received. What do these people thrive on? They thrive on attention.
yeah,
They thrive on chaos. They thrive on this stuff. They love it. What better place after Don Lemon got the attention that he did, him and his group?
hmm
And if
even
you think it's not going to happen again, you're wrong. What, babe?
even one of the guys in the group was saying that Mr. Lemon was behind it and knew about it.
Oh, yeah, he's behind it, but
So
he's behind it, but everybody has a choice.
yeah,
You can't just blame him now. He's the
no,
ringleader. It takes a leader,
hmm
but he also has that thing on Facebook where you see them two paths and you see all these people going down this one path and just one or two people taking the right path, the good
straight
path.
and narrow. Yeah.
Yeah, straight and narrow,
What's it called? The path less traveled.
the path less traveled, and that's it. Of course, it's easier to get a bunch of people to join in and go together. Of course it is. People wants to be part of the crowd
Power in numbers.
until that day comes. And
Mhm.
then what's it say? The gates pass narrow and the gates,
Wide.
whatever it is, the pass wide and the gates narrow or something to get in, whatever it is. They'll correct us. They know it.
Yeah. Sorry.
Hope we are wrong, but better safe than sorry. Don Lemon wasn't arrested for exercising his First Amendment right. He was arrested for preventing others from exercising their First
Theirs.
Amendment right. He says freedom of the press. Also under the First Amendment is freedom of religion, freedom to worship, freedom to
Gather.
gather and worship
Mhm.
God or, well, God.
God. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good Lord.
Guys, Sheila's going to show you this guy right here first.
This one?
Yeah, let's show
Okay.
you that one.
There you go.
You guys remember that guy? You're going to hear a video in a minute where this guy's, not this one, but
No.
another one's rambling on, and he's talking about this person was killed, that person was killed.
hmm
Never mentions this guy. Never mentions this guy's name or what he did. Go ahead and show that one.
The next one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here he is in the
That's him.
red hoodie.
Yeah.
That's him in the red hoodie.
Oh,
Now, that little girl there, she's worked all day in a pizza place trying to pay her rent. She's an immigrant. She's here on a visa,
bless her heart.
came to America to do better for herself, came here the legal way, the right way.
hmm
She's worked all day long, skinny as a rail, worked all day long, 12 hours. Going home from work, what does she do? She's not protesting. She's not putting nobody down. She's not trying to run over somebody with her car. She's not out protesting with a bang bang on her
She's minding her own business
and going home
and going home
after a
doing
hard
shift.
day at work.
Yeah.
Until this guy behind her stands up, takes a knife, and kills her
That's sad.
and delives her.
Oh.
How do we make that right? How do we make that good? But when somebody's trying to run over a police officer with a vehicle, that's bad. When somebody's got a weapon on them at a protest with no identification, he's already been in a fight a couple of days before with the same bunch of ICE officers, and now he gets delifed because they're trying to protect themselves. But we're supposed to feel sorry for him and his actions. This girl's sitting here minding her own business, not bothering nobody. Who protest? When did anybody see any protest out on the streets for her? You didn't. You didn't.
Mm-mm.
There's only one side that protests, and the side that protests only protests over abominations, over things that's wrong, abortions, wants children to be killed. They say they want to protect immigrant children. Don't leave these children here. Don't ICE shouldn't pick up these children, but they let people walk into these clinics and kill children all day long and say it's legal. Go ahead, Punk. There he is sitting behind her.
Yeah.
And I think the video's next, isn't it? What's
So
that
this
one there?
oh, this is after
Go ahead.
the event.
There she is.
She's-
Now he's just stabbed her in the neck. She stabbed her carotid artery and jugular vein is cut. She's dead woman looking.
Aw.
She's dead. She just her last thing she saw was her murderer looking down at her. She lays right there and bleeds out and dies.
Mhm.
And he walks off the bus and leaves. Never bothered nobody. Don't even know why she's been stabbed
She
for.
looked at him scared and confused of why, what happened? What did you just do? Or
Nothing
Well,
but hate.
yeah.
Hate towards each other. Go ahead, play the video. We'll play that one. Play this one right here. I'm sorry. Show that
that's
one.
just a picture
Yeah,
of
show
how
that
many.
one. Because in a minute you're going to hear this guy here in this church protesting, and he's talking about these people that's being killed by ICE from protesting, from trying to run people over with cars, from having guns at protest and fighting with the cops. That's just a few of the people there, Americans, that's being killed by illegal immigrants. They never mention the illegals that's killed American citizens born and raised in America. They never mention those. How could one party or the other, forget politics, how could anybody feel that that's right, that that's correct, that we could do that? Well, it's a pretty scenery behind us, isn't it?
Yeah, I like that one. Now, do you want to do this one here?
Yeah, do that one.
Okay, so let's.
And then we'll show the video and we'll be done with this video, guys.
There it is.
Churches, protect your flock. What happened to America? Guys, if you'll go to Hatfield McCoy Museum Adventures channel, YouTube channel, you'll see that video. And it's something like this one here. But that's about church security. Sheila and I used to give church security lectures. Sheila and I, along with our Carry Concealed, we've done all kinds of things. And we wrote a little brochure one time on church security. So we know a little something about this stuff. The thing that we have to do is, first of all, we have to carry. We have to be able to protect ourselves when this happens. Second of all, we've got to make sure the perimeter is secure once the church services start. Somebody's outside. Somebody has to miss the service because they're going to protect everybody inside. And then those that are inside, certain ones have to be armed and ready to protect the rest of the flock. The rest of the flock is going to have to learn that when something happens or they hear something out of the way, hit the deck, hit the floor. There's going to be security there. There's going to be people there to protect you. You just hit the floor and get down and let them do their business. And they're going to have to do business. They're going to have to let people know that when you come into our church, we're going to we're going to have the understanding and the feeling in our heart and in our brains that you're a threat to us. We don't know if you've got a backpack. We don't know if you've got a knife, a bang bang. We don't know what you've got. But when you come into our church, when you come into God's house threatening us, we're going to take you seriously. We're going to take you at your word that you will harm us. And therefore, we're going to protect ourselves and our flock. And that old saying, it's better to be tried by 12 than carried by 6. We'll just have to see how that works out in a court of law if somebody feels like somebody's done something they shouldn't have done. But I have a feeling if everybody will come into church, sit down and worship and pray and do what they're there to do, I don't think nobody's going to be harmed. It's only those that come in after service has started and you come in groups or you come in with some kind of artillery or weapon, then be prepared. Be prepared because that may be the day that you don't have to put up with protest anymore. You don't have to put up with ICE anymore. You don't have to put up with America's laws or politics or presidents. You don't have to put up with it anymore. They're going to relieve you from that. They'll go ahead and send you to meet our God. And God can. We used to have a bumper sticker in the Marine Corps. It's not the Marines' job to judge anybody. It's our job to arrange the meeting between you and God. And that's what our church security staff is going to have to do. When they feel a threat, they're going to have to take care of business. That's God's house. That's not our house. That's not the protesters' house. That's God's house. And just like he flipped the tables over, you're going to have to flip some tables. And after we flip 1 or 2 tables over, then they'll say, hey, we better stop this. This ain't working out too good. In God's house, this ain't working out. Show the last video and we'll be done.
Just a second here. I'm going to put this right back here and then bring this up.
You're gonna touch me? Alex Petty, Renee Good, Keith Porter, Parody Law. These people were killed by ICE this month. You're gonna throw me out? These people, 9 people were killed by ICE this month. And you're throwing me out while I'm reading their names?
9 people were killed by ICE. Huh? How were they killed? Let me see now. Wait, knives, guns, vehicles? Instead of putting the vehicle in park, hands up, don't shoot? No. We pull it down in drive and run after them. Run after them. Wow. You know, isn't it funny that Carl Rittenhouse, when he was there, everybody said when Carl Rittenhouse had to shoot 2 or 3 people during the riots years ago, people were saying, oh, he should have just stayed home. He should have stayed home. Well, why aren't they saying that about these people? What about this mother trying to run over police officers? ICE are police officers.
Yes, they are.
Immigration, customs. That's what they are, enforcement. They're law enforcement officers. You try to run over them, and then you get upset because they lose their life. They commit S-side. They've committed S-side. It's what they've done. If you're not smart enough to either stay at home or protest sensibly, then I'm not going to put my foot in my mouth. You can't see her. You can't see her foot down here. But she's pecking on me. So, guys, God loves you.
Yes.
We love you. We just hate to see anybody. It's sad that we've got to this point. But we're there.
And it's just going to get worse.
It's going to get worse until they actually see people standing up, churches standing up. It's not like our schools. We can't be like our schools and just be open and no, it's a gun-free zone. Churches in most states now, Most states are constitutional carry.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. You're up, baby.
Thank you all. We hope you're warm. Please like, subscribe, and share. And we'll catch you on the next one. Bye. God bless.